Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. ### Java URL to URI conversion, a tutorial. In Java, both URL and URI are classes that represent resources on the Internet. While they are often used interchangeably, there are important differences between them. A URL, Uniform Resource Locator, provides the means to access a resource, including its protocol, host, and path, while a URI, Uniform Resource Identifier, is a broader concept that includes both URLs and urns, uniform resource names. Converting a URL to a URI can sometimes be necessary, especially if you need to work with the resource in a way that requires the more general URI class. ###Why convert URL to URI? 1. Flexibility. URI can represent a wider range of identifiers, while URL is more specific to resource locations. 2. Standardization. Some APIs or libraries may require a URI instead of a URL. 3. Encoding. URI handles encoding differently than URL, which can be useful in certain scenarios. ###. How to convert URL to URI. The conversion from URL to URI is straightforward in Java. You can use the toURI method of the URL class, which converts the URL object to a URI object. ###. Example code. Here's a simple example demonstrating how to convert a URL to a URI in Java. ###. Explanation of the code. 1. Import statements. We import necessary classes from the java.net package. 2. Creating a URL. We create an instance of URL using the constructor that accepts a string representation of the URL. 3. Converting to URI. We convert the URL to URI by calling the toURI method on the URL instance. 4. Error handling. Malformed URL exception is caught if the URL is not properly formatted. A general exception catch block is included to handle any other unexpected exceptions. 5. Output. The original URL and the converted URI are printed to the console. ###. Running the example. To run the example. 1. Copy the code into a file named url to URI example.java. 2. Compile the file using javac url to URI example.java. 3. Run the compiled class with java url to URI example. ###. Conclusion. In this tutorial, we covered how to convert a URL to a URI in Java. Understanding the differences between these two classes, and knowing how to convert between them, can be very useful when working with web resources in your applications.